Hi guys, it's Violet. Back with another video. I know I haven't posted in I think last time was the spring break one, so it's been a while, but back better than ever. So basically today I decided I wanted to venture out from what I know. You see, I'm an avid Tumblr user, not big on Twitter because I'm not a loser. Today I'm deciding to venture to the scary world of Reddit. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. I don't know if I have an account actually. I don't think I've ever been on Reddit before because I'm not again a loser. But today I want to read some Am I the A-hole? Today I wanted to read some Am I the A-hole stories since I've been thinking about what I want to do when I grow up and I feel like I could be a pretty sick therapist. So, we're going to put that to the test today. Also, peep the mic that I've actually had since like August, but I forgot about it when I started making videos. So now um I'm a real YouTuber because I have a mic. Right, let's go on Reddit. I actually might have an account because I think I've tried to make this video before and I got bored and didn't want to edit it. Also, this candle is actually the hottest thing I think I've ever touched before. I do have an account. Okay. Am the only two what's it called? Subreddits I think that I follow are r/jschlat and r/am I the a-hole. Now, I'm not exactly the best reader out loud. I was the kid in elementary school that when popcorn reading came around, I was the one to do it. But that was because I like being respected by others and I was a suck up, not because I can actually read well. Okay. This one's Am I the a-hole? My boyfriend butt dialed me and now we're fighting about what I heard. So, for some context, me and my boyfriend, 21, have been together for over 6 months and we've always kind of argued a lot. Already not, actually, I don't know, because obviously I'm a 15-year-old girl, so I don't know how most couples are, but that's not a great start when you're talking about your relationship. It's nothing, it's nothing, okay, this person might be a little slow. It's nothing crazy. We just sometimes struggle to hear each other out, and both of us can get mad pretty quick. I feel like I have caused this person's like borderline illiterate. I'm sorry. I feel like I've caused a lot of problems already this weekend, and now this just happened today. When my boyfriend was driving his work truck and one of his coworkers was in the passenger seat, mind you, he started this job just a few months ago and isn't super close with his coworkers, but they still get along well and everything. He accidentally butt dialed me and I heard him say, "Yeah, I'm drinking tonight. You know I like it sloppy," to his friends talking about me.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Later, he calls me, and I didn't want to talk about it because he was at work, but eventually he got it out of me, and I was really upset with him. He thinks that nothing is wrong with what he said because I am his girlfriend, and he was talking to another guy, and that's just how they talk. I'm I feel very offended because I don't want to be talked about like that, and it feels very objectifying. He's really upset with me now, and I don't know if I'm overreacting and that is just normal, or if he's not respecting me in some way. Okay, first of all, I'm going to change this light because I'm pretty sure it's washing me out, or it's just too bright. Much better. Okay. See, my thing is obviously okay, so I have a brother and I've heard the way he talks to his friends and it disgusts me. But and okay, I don't think he should the thing is, okay, you have a problem with it. And there's nothing wrong with you having a problem with it cuz that is a weird thing to hear. Like I feel like he would be mad if he heard you saying crazy things about him to your friends. And that was just a icky thing to say in general, but I mean, you have every right to be mad. That's like very odd thing to say. And it's the fact that he won't even like say like, yeah, that was wrong of me to say. Like he's not even willing to hear your side, which I think shows a lot about him. Again, just a 15-year-old girl. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's just and someone commented this too, but like if he's saying weird things about you that one time you heard, imagine what he says about you when you don't hear. Like it's probably just 10 times worse. Also, I just realized I should have made my bed because now it looks really bad, but you are just gonna have to bear with me because I'm not making it now. You can see my One Direction pillow. You are not the a-hole. Most of these stories, I feel like if you're, unless you're like, there are very few exceptions. I feel like most people that post on here either they just make themselves look like the good guy by telling their perspective, or they just are the good guy. I see very few where it's like, no, you're the a hole. This one says, am I the a hole for not bringing my niece shopping after she was extremely rude slash mean to me, even if she apologized? I do not have kids, and I also have not really had a lot of experience dealing with kids before my niece. I don't have younger siblings or cousins. I never babysat, etc. I'm explaining this because this is my blind I'm explaining this because this is my blind spot and why I'm posting. About a month ago, my niece Gabby and I were in the park together. I like to spend time with her and usually take her out to do things, just the two of us, every couple of weeks. When we were at the park, I was talking about an event I'm going to attend with my boyfriend of a few years. She asked to see my dress and I showed her a picture of me in it. She made a yucky face and said, "That's so ugly. You look really fat. Isn't," insert my boyfriend's name, "gonna think that's bad?" Oh, okay. I was so hurt. She's only 13. Okay, 13's enough. 13's old enough to know better. But anyways, I was so hurt. She was only 13. I'm not even a big girl in any sense. I have fat on my body, but I am definitely not fat. My sister was surprised and said she would talk to her. A few days later, she had Gabby come over and apologize. From my POV, it was not sincere. She was rolling her eyes and looking angry and just got the words out. I told her, "Thank you for apologizing," and then told them to leave. I've not gone out of my way to spend time with her since. I had told Gabby that I would take her out shopping for the summer and we'd pick out fun stuff together. When we were at my mother's house for Mother's Day, Gabby asked me when we would go. After her stunt, I've changed my mind. I said that she probably had plenty of summer clothes to wear. She was upset and said, "But I said sorry," over and over again. I told her that I know she said sorry, but just because someone says they're sorry to you doesn't mean your actions are forgiven. That you have to prove to the other person that you won't do it again, but she hasn't. My mom and sister said I'm expecting adult behavior from a child and that it's ridiculous to cancel the shopping date. I am apparently beefing with a child at my big age. They said she's apologized and hadn't said anything else rude to me since. They asked how long I'm going to hold it against her. I don't really know how to take this. I trust their judgment most of the time. But that was an outright mean thing of her. I'm worried that if she grows up, this behavior will continue and she will turn out to be a bully. Am I the a hole? My perspective
That's
is
so
13 is
ugly.
old
You
enough to
look
know
really
better to say
fat.
things like that.
Isn't insert my
And of
boyfriend's
course,
name
I
gonna
think
think
everyone
that's
has their
bad?
moments where they say something they maybe didn't mean that was rude. But like, what did she say? She made a yucky face and said, "Yeah, that's so 13. How old is 13? 13 is like 7th grade, I think. 7th grade into 8th grade, I'm pretty sure. That's like that's like old enough to know better, at least. Like, that's just blatantly. I understand if maybe she said something like maybe that wasn't outright rude, but is obviously able to be like construed as rude. Like maybe like you look really tired today, just like maybe in a worried way, but it comes out like I think you look bad. That's just an outright mean girl thing to say. If she isn't properly disciplined for saying that, I think she'll think that it's all right and it was just like a little thing, but that's like an awful thing to say. And again, she's just like she was only sorry because that person's feeling was hurt, not because she actually said the thing. I think that if she isn't taught now that those things are bad, the cycle will continue. She's 13. She's old enough to know better. That I think a 10-year-old is old enough to know better than to say that. Let me look at some of the comments. Yeah, I think it's awful for kids to learn that just because someone says sorry, you have to take their apology, and I think that's what she expects of her aunt, probably because that's what she's been taught. She can just say the magic word sorry and then everything's better. But that's not the case at all, especially in real life. I mean, I've like experienced times where someone said sorry. I'm like, oh my gosh, now Horan just sorry, now Horan sent something to his Instagram channel. I'm gonna look in a second. I've I've experienced times where like I messed up when I was like little and I thought saying sorry would fix everything because I think that's kind of what like we're taught from a young age, like, oh, say sorry. But really you have to learn that like, and especially like someone this young, I mean she's 13 though, like you have to learn that just if you do something, someone doesn't have to take your apology just because you're sorry. Like that's just a part of life. You can be sorry and they can take your apology, but they're still allowed to be hurt. And I mean, I wouldn't want to hang out with someone that thinks I'm fat. or is calling me these names and just being awful. I mean, she knew exactly what she was doing by saying that. Like that wasn't a like that's just blatantly mean. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like a rude comment. No, that's like mean. That was meant to put her down. And I don't think that she should be rewarded with a shopping trip when she's doing the actions to someone. Yeah, I feel like if you just take her shopping, like that's not really making her feel the consequences of her actions, which can lead to like worse things, like her messing up in bigger ways in the future and then not expecting consequences. So I think you shouldn't take her shopping. I don't think she deserves to go shopping. Again, I wouldn't want to go shopping with someone that thinks that I'm fat and ugly. This one is, would I be the a hole if I return the gift I got from my boyfriend since he doesn't seem to care? Me and my boyfriend have been living together for 5 years. 2 weeks ago, we had a fight. It was a really stupid thing and didn't even matter, but we were still quite pissed at each other. The week before that, I got him a surprise gift just because I felt like it. He always complains about how he can't find the right quality and color of t shirts, so I got him 6 different colors from a decent brand. The gift arrived today after the fight. I gave it to him and he said he'll open it later and shoved it into his wardrobe. Not good. That night, I confronted him and said it was incredibly rude to not even say thank you. He said he'll thank me when he opens it and he'll open it when we're on better terms. Now, I want to remind you how insignificant the fight was. It was about football, for F word's sake. He could have easily let it go and been happy about the gift. I got more and more annoyed for each day that the package sat on the top shelf. It's been 2 weeks. Even though we eventually got better after a few days, the gift still stayed there unopened. Yes, I can remind him, but I really don't want to because I think it's extremely rude for him to not give a F at all, and I'm still really pissed off. But other than that, I feel like returning the gift because I paid a decent amount of money for it and I can get it back if he doesn't seem to care. But since he's the one who drives me to town, he'll see it and it'll escalate into a whole new thing. Would I be the a hole if I returned the gift to get my money back? I do not think so. Like, I feel like if your fights are that bad where you can't even take like a gift from each other or you can't even be civil to each other, that's really bad. And like, again, like those are like not, of course he doesn't know what the gift is, but those are like nice. Like even if it was a small thing, he should still be grateful. And I don't see that. But also at the same time, like I feel like there was a better way you could have handled giving it to him, like maybe waiting until y'all were on better terms. Cause I mean, what she said is it was just about football, but we obviously don't know his perspective of the fight. And like I don't know, just being so dismissive and like, well, here's the gift I gave you, and then like expecting him to want it. I don't think it's a gratitude thing. I think it's a time and place thing. I don't think that he should have to take it and like say thank you and everything if like obviously there's still problems. She just seems very like dismissive of what he's feeling. So, I mean, I can see both sides, but I do think that she should have waited to give the gift to him when they were on better terms. I just think like okay, the more I think about it, it's kind of like a petty thing. Like I don't understand what you're getting out of it except for trying to make a point. And I feel like you could just communicate to him that it really well, I think she did actually. I don't know, it just kind of feels like she's like dangling it over his head when he's allowed to feel what he feels. So I don't know. I think they're both in the wrong in some ways, but I think they just need to talk this out because this it's just like yeah, I saw a comment. I think they're both the a-holes because this is just a like strange situation, especially like if it's oh wait. Okay, this is what the fight was. She commented. It was my team's championship celebration, and he, a fan of the rival team, was being bitter about it. He was also it was also a farewell ceremony for one of the team's most favorite players after 15 years, which made me a bit emotional having watched him play since my teen years, and he was not letting me have the moment, insulting him and the whole team and the league that made them champions, etc. So I asked him to please be nicer about it and got mad when he didn't, and he got mad saying I can never take criticism about my team. I said I would if he wasn't so condescending about it every time. Okay, yeah, no. I think he's the a-hole cuz that's such like a petty argument. It's a football team. A football team should not be causing this many problems in your relationship. That's weird. That's like this is why people hate Americans. Which I don't know how people are about sports in other places, but I know they don't have football and I know they don't have the crazy football fans that we do. Either that's not really what the fight is about and it's something more, but she's playing it down or she's downplaying it so that he seems like the jerk, or he's just extremely childish. So obviously I can't know for sure what the like what it was like to its root, but from what it sounds like, they're both a-holes in some way because she should have at least waited to give him that gift. So that's all I have today. I know I only read a couple, but my phone is low key about to explode if I keep recording. So thank you so much for watching. I'm actually gonna try to edit this one and get it out because I want to start making more videos. Bye.